Hello friends. Welcome back again on the Consistency in Silence YouTube channel. So in today's class, we will be going to discuss the structure of the atmosphere. So without any further ado, let's start our today's session. Now we can categorize the structure of atmosphere under two heads. The first one is the chemical composition, and the second one, the most famous one, is the based on temperature. We all have seen the temperature graph, the various layers of the atmosphere under this classification. In the chemical composition, क्या पता आपने सुना भी हो, homogeneous, and heterogeneous. The homogeneous layers, which are the three layers starting from below: troposphere, stratosphere, and mesosphere. So these three layers will comprise in the homogeneous layer. Why it is called homogeneous layer? Because the composition of the gases are same. If you go through troposphere, then pass to stratosphere, and then to mesosphere. Mind you, I am telling that composition of the gases are same. It doesn't mean if मान लीजिए एटमॉस्फेयर में हमारे पास ट्रोपोस्फेयर में वी हैव 21 लीटर्स ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, so it doesn't imply that in the stratosphere we have 21 liter of oxygen. तो ये इसका मतलब नहीं है. I am saying that chemical composition, the ratio between the different gases will be similar. If the ratio in the troposphere, मान लीजिए नाइट्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन और क्रिप्टॉन मान लीजिए, तो इनका 4:2:1 होगा. So if we pass to the stratosphere or to the mesosphere, the same composition we will experience in these two above layers. So hence the word homogeneous. Heterogeneous, of course, the opposite will happen. The chemical composition is different in different layers. The last two layers, thermosphere, exosphere. So these are the classification based on the chemical composition of air or gases. In the temperature part, yes, the famous diagram, सारी लेयर्स तो मैंने आपको बता दी है: ट्रोपोस्फियर, स्ट्रेटोस्फियर, मेसोस्फियर, थर्मोस्फियर, एक्सोस्फियर. कैसे याद करना है? बहुत ही प्रिमिटिव तरीका है इन आवर एनसीईआरटीज क्लास 9, 10th, 11th, 12th का. टेक सम मिल्क देन एग. So this is the acronym. Here in the thermosphere we have ionosphere. So this thing we will study now only. In the temperature we have a graph. Here the lowest layer is the troposphere, and then we will go in a chronological manner. So as we ascend in the atmosphere, we all know that there is a drop in temperature at 6.5 degree Celsius. पर कितना था ये, मैं नाम भूल गया अभी, पर 165 मीटर या ऐसा कुछ था, तो वहाँ पे एक बार देख लेना जाके. बट दिस इज नोन एज नॉर्मल लैप्स रेट और एनवायरमेंटल lapse rate. So this is known as normal lapse rate. Mind you, it is a positive normal lapse rate. It means if we ascend in the atmosphere, the temperature will normally drop. So this is the normal lapse rate. If the UPSC in prelims exam will give us that if we ascend in the atmosphere, we have a negative lapse rate, तो ये मत समझना there is a decrease in temperature when we ascend, so yes it is a negative lapse rate. No, this is a positive lapse rate. तो जाते हैं भाई, हम सबसे पहले ट्रोपोस्फियर में जाएंगे. तो ट्रोपोस्फियर में थोड़ा सा कम होगा. देन देयर विल बी अ लेयर वेयर we don't find any decrease in the temperature, not decrease in the temperature, but there is a mixing of gases has been stopped. So now we will study in the troposphere, all the climatic, all the weather conditions will occur in the troposphere. The mixing of different air masses will occur in the troposphere. But this zonation of mixing will stop in this particular level, which is known as tropopause. Stratosphere has a peculiar condition. Why? Because of the presence of the ozone layer. So in the lower stratosphere, up till 35 kilometers, we have the presence of ozone layer. So now, due to the presence of ozone layer, the temperature will rise in the stratosphere. So in the stratosphere, we have negative normal lapse rate. Understood? The temperature is rising. Then again, the temperature will drop and then again rise. This is height. This is our temperature. So the first line denotes the troposphere. Then the vertical line denotes the tropopause. The mixing of the gases of different air masses stops in the tropopause. Then again this layer is our stratosphere, where we have negative normal lapse rate. It means the temperature is increasing with the altitude. Then we have this layer, which is known as then again we will witness the vertical line, which is stratopause. Then we have the mesosphere, then we have the mesopause, and then we have the thermosphere, then the outermost layer, exosphere. Some of the peculiar points that I would like to point out. Here we have experienced the decrease in temperature, but only up till this level. But in the mesosphere, the temperature is very low. Hence, the coldest layer is mesosphere. So these are number of points that I would like to highlight, but we will go in a chronological manner starting from the troposphere. Now all the things that I am telling you is regarding the troposphere. Troposphere generally extends at the equator to 16 to 18 kilometer, but at poles it is approximately 9 to 12 kilometers. So you see the troposphere has more extension in the equatorial region 16 to 18 किलोमीटर, और पोल्स में यही चीज़ 9 से 12 किलोमीटर ही है. क्या? ट्रोपोस्फियर. एप्लीकेबल, अ थ्योरेटिकल नहीं, अ प्रैक्टिकल आंसर, इनडायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन कैन बी आस्क्ड फ्रॉम दिस फैक्ट. क्या आएगा? इन द प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम देयर इज अ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. स्टेटमेंट आपको कुछ ऐसी दी जाएगी. द टेम्परेचर at the troposphere, at the top of the troposphere at equator is much lesser than the temperature at the top of the troposphere at poles. मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? This is the extension of troposphere. I have told you 16 to 18 kilometer, 9 to 12 किलोमीटर इन पोल्स, और यहाँ इक्वेटोरियल रीजन में. प्रीलिम्स में स्टेटमेंट ये आएगी, एट द टॉप ऑफ द ट्रोपोस्फियर इफ वी मेजर द टेम्परेचर, देन दिस टेम्परेचर इज मच कोल्डर देन दिस टेम्परेचर. अगर हम ट्रोपोस्फियर के टॉप पे जाके नापेंगे तो. सो इज दिस करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट और नॉट? इफ यू अप्लाई सम लॉजिकल रीजनिंग एज वेल एज योर मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन, you can able to deduct the answer. The first logic that you have to apply is this, and the second that I have told you, that the troposphere extension at the equatorial region is much larger. 16 से 18 किलोमीटर है भैया, और यहाँ 9 से 12 किलोमीटर. we start ascending in the atmosphere. There is a normal lapse rate. It means after every जो भी एक मीटर है देख लेना एक बार 6.5 डिग्री सेल्सियस will come down or it is in negative. 6.5 डिग्री सेल्सियस इंटू 16 एंड 6.5 डिग्री सेल्सियस इंटू 9 या 12, कोई भी एक अपर लिमिट ले लो या लोअर लिमिट ले लो, डजेंट मैटर, पर दोनों की एक ही लेना. अगर अपर भी ले लोगे दोनों की, एक की अपर एक की लोअर लोगे, फिर भी कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा डिफरेंस आएगा आपके पास. तो आपके पास जो आंसर आएगा इसमें, ये वाला ज़्यादा नेगेटिव होगा या ये वाला ज़्यादा नेगेटिव होगा? ऑफकोर्सली ये वाला आपको ज़्यादा नेगेटिव आंसर मिलेगा. इट मीन्स इफ वी कंपेयर द टेम्परेचर्स एट द टॉप ऑफ द ट्रोपोस्फियर at equator as well as at poles. So the equatorial temperature which will be much colder than the poles temperature. अगर आपको ये चीज़ नहीं पता होता तो लॉजिकली आप क्या सोचते हैं, भाई पोल्स में ठंडा, वहाँ सूर्य किरण नहीं पहुँचती है, इट मीन्स वहाँ का टेम्परेचर ट्रोपोस्फियर का विच विल बी मच लेसर देन द इक्वेटोरियल. बट अभी मैंने आपको बता दिया क्या लॉजिक है. So this is the applicability of this theory. Troposphere is the zone where different air masses mixes, and again in the chemical composition we have studied that the chemical composition of different gases will be similar in the troposphere. All climatic as well as weather conditions can be witnessed in the troposphere itself. The third point I have told you about this, the temperature at the equator will be much lower than the temperature at the top of the troposphere in the poles. So these are all regarding the troposphere. Now again we further ascend in our atmosphere and we will witness a zone where this mixing of air masses will be stopped. This zone is known as tropopause. तो ये रही tropopause. But before we witness the tropopause, at approximately 10 to 12 kilometer in the upper troposphere, we will witness a high-speed winds. What are these winds? These are nothing but called jet streams. This is our full-fledged topic in the future lectures. So there are various types of jet streams like Somali jet stream, subtropical westerly jet stream, polar night jet stream. So these are all subtypes of jet streams. What are these? These are like rivers of air in the upper troposphere. तो rivers है किसकी? एयर की, in the upper troposphere. Now we will witness the tropopause and then we will jump to the stratosphere. Due to the presence of the ozone layer, which protects us by absorbing the ultraviolet radiations from the sun, two functions are performed by the ozone layer. The first is the ozone layer will absorb the UV rays, hence it will prevent the dramatic increase in the temperature. कहाँ? लोअर अर्थ में. And second of all, the UV rays are famous for giving us, the humans as well as the plants and animals, the skin cancers. So the ozone layer will prevent us from these life-threatening diseases. So these are the two functions of the ozone layer. Ozone layer का जो फॉर्मूला होता है वो क्या होता है? O3. तो ऐसा कुछ बोलता है, ट्राइवेलेंट एटॉमिक बॉन्ड होता है उसका, तो आप देख लेना O3 होता है. यस. नाउ अब जो ओजोन लेयर आ गई है तो भाई हमें थोड़ा सा घुसना पड़ेगा हमारे एनवायरनमेंट वाले लेक्चर में भी. क्या? एनवायरनमेंट कंजर्वेशन. हाँ, एनवायरनमेंट कंजर्वेशन. नाउ ड्यू टू द emissions of some of the industrial pollutants known as ozone depleting substances, ODS बोला जाता है इन्हें, ozone depleting substances. These are basically the molecules of chlorine as well as bromine. These chlorine and bromine compounds will be released in air. कहाँ से आते हैं? रेफ्रिजरेशन, वॉशिंग इंडस्ट्री, यहाँ से ये पर्टिकुलर चीज़ें यूज़ होती थी और वहाँ से एमिट होती थी. these chlorine and bromine compounds will go up in the air. This chlorine and bromine will separate from the whole compound, and these free radicals will roam in the atmosphere. O3 is a very reactive gas, so hence O3 will react with this Cl and Br compounds, and hence there is a disintegration of the atoms of the ozone layer. Hence there is a thinning of our ozone layer in the lower stratosphere. तो उससे क्या हुआ भाई, the UV rays that has been absorbed by the ozone layer वो क्या होंगी, absorption कम होता रहेगा, and more UV rays will cut through the ozone layer. Hence we will witness the Antarctic ozone hole in the winters. But now in the recent studies it has seen that almost the Antarctica ozone hole has been recuperated. So this was the latest news Indian Express में आई थी. But खुद से तो हुई नहीं है. We humans have signed some of the treaties to stop the production of these ozone depleting substances. The first one is the Vienna Convention, signed in Vienna, Austria में, signed in 1985, and it is regarding the prevention of the emission of ODS. But this is kind of only the agreement. Now we have the framework, the actual working of the Vienna Montreal Protocol, I think in 1989. So this gives elaborate mechanisms and functioning of how to deal with the cutting down of emissions of the ODS. So this Montreal Protocol has directed the states that, dear countries, dear states, you have to cut down the use of the chlorine and bromine compounds and replace it with another compound known as HFC, हाइड्रोफ्लोरो ऐसा करके कुछ है कंपाउंड, HFC है, इतना याद रखना है. ये हमने कब किया था, पहले की बात कर रहे हैं, देखिए 1989 उस टाइम की बात कर रहे हैं. सो पहली बात तो क्लोरीन और ब्रोमीन के जो कंपाउंड्स हैं उनको यूज़ करना बंद करो, और उनकी जगह कुछ तो यूज़ करना ही पड़ेगा. रेफ्रिजरेशन इंडस्ट्री, वॉशिंग, पेंट इंडस्ट्री, इन सब में कुछ तो यूज़ करना पड़ेगा. सो यूज़ दिस HFC. But now after 2 decades, 1 or 2 decades, we came to realize that it is a major greenhouse gas, very potent greenhouse gas, and hence हमको बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ी दिक्कत आ गई. Hence we have to amend this Montreal Protocol by किगाली एग्रीमेंट और अमेंडमेंट इन 2016 में आकर हमें समझ आया दिस इज़ अ मेजर ग्रीन हाउस गैस. सो नाउ इन किगाली अमेंडमेंट वी हैव written that by 2048 eliminate the use of HFC. यूपीएससी अब एप्लीकेबिलिटी कैसे पूछेगा इस इंफॉर्मेशन की. यूपीएससी विल सिंपली आस्क यू, मॉन्ट्रियल प्रोटोकॉल डील्स विद द एलिमिनेशन ऑफ ओजोन डिप्लीटिंग सब्सटेंसेस, इट इज़ करेक्ट और नॉट. ऑफकोर्सली करेक्ट है ना, अभी तो मैंने पढ़ा है इतना सब, तो इट इज़ करेक्ट. Second type of statement, Montreal Protocol deals with elimination of ozone depleting substances only. It is correct or not? ठीक है, आप बोलोगे कि सर ओनली आ गया तो नहीं है करेक्ट, तो करेक्ट तो नहीं, पर क्या सही क्या है, क्यों नहीं करेक्ट है ये, कि ओनली आया है या आपको उसके पीछे रीजनिंग भी पता है कि क्यों नहीं हुआ. देखिए, आई हैव टोल्ड यू द किगाली एग्रीमेंट और अमेंडमेंट हैज़ बीन डन इन 2016. Although the Vienna Convention and Montreal Protocol primarily deals with the elimination of ODS, but now in the Kigali Amendment we have also instilled this provision for the elimination of a major greenhouse gas known as HFC, and hence now the Montreal Protocol deals with both the reduction or elimination of ODS as well as reduction and elimination of GHG. not elimination, the reduction of GHG. What is that particular GHG? HFC. So now the Montreal Protocol deals with both. Although मैं क्यों ये एम्फेसिस कर रहा हूँ, because in the environment part, environment and ecology part, we will study that the major agreement regarding the reduction of GHG is the Kyoto Protocol and now the Paris Agreement. So Kyoto Protocol primarily deals with the reduction of GHG, greenhouse gases, but now the Montreal Protocol after the Kigali Amendment will deal with the GHG also and primarily with the ODS. So this was regarding the stratosphere. There are two kinds of ozone. The first, which will occur in the troposphere, known as bad ozone, which is bad for the health of the human beings. The second is the ozone layer in the lower stratosphere, that is known as good ozone. So थोड़ा सा आगे का था, क्यों? क्योंकि वो absorb करती है UV radiations. कहाँ तक पहुँच गए भाई हम? स्ट्रेटोस्फीयर, नो मीजोस्फीयर. भाई मीजोस्फीयर में आप दो तीन चीज़ें याद रख लीजिए. पहली बात तो है कोल्डेस्ट, दूसरी बात है मीटियोर, यहाँ के जलते हैं, और तीसरी बात है देयर इज अ प्रेजेंस ऑफ करमान लेयर which will segregate the inner atmosphere from the outer atmosphere. So these are the three things that we have to revise in respect to the mesosphere. The coldest layer I have shown you, this is the coldest layer. The second is the meteor. All the meteors will burn, जिनको भी burn होना है वो mesosphere में burn होंगे, and the presence of Karman layer in the mesosphere. And hence we have completed our homogeneous part of the atmosphere. Now comes the heterogeneous part, the thermosphere. There is a presence of electrically charged atoms here known as ions. So ionosphere है, इसका मतलब the radio waves will reflected back to the earth in this layer, thermosphere. And once again we also have another fact that we have the lights, the northern lights, the southern lights. So that lights will be present in this particular layer. Why? These are electrically charged particles, ions, IONS है, IONS, ions. When the sun's solar radiation will impact through this ionosphere, it will generate lights. Magnetism of earth and solar particles of sun और ये ionosphere, जब ये सारे सब चीज़ें रिएक्ट करेंगे, so there is a occurrence of the lights. वो नॉर्थ में क्या बोला जाएगा, नॉर्थ हेमिस्फीयर में अरोरा बोरियलिस. अगर आपने एनवायरनमेंट और इकोलॉजी पढ़ी है, सो देयर इज अ प्रेजेंस ऑफ द बोरियल फॉरेस्ट इन द एल्पाइन जोन, तो उससे आप याद कर सकते हैं. और या तो एक दूसरा बहुत अच्छा तरीका है, जो सदर्न लाइट्स हैं उनको क्या बोला जाएगा, अरोरा ऑस्ट्रेलिस. तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया, ऑस्ट्रेलिस सदर्न, जो बच गया वो नॉर्थ का, अरोरा बोरियलिस. So this was regarding the thermosphere. In thermosphere, you can see that it resembles the graph of the stratosphere. Yes. So in two layers, we have the negative lapse rate in the stratosphere, in the thermosphere. With the क्या बोलेंगे, with the increase in the altitude in these two layers, we have the increase in the temperature. Normally we have the decrease in temperature, but in these two layers we have the increase in temperature. So this was all regarding the thermosphere, and the last is exosphere, where temperature rises very suddenly, but normal thermometer can't measure the actual temperature in this zone. Why? Because there is a minimum presence of molecules and atoms in this layer. क्योंकि स्पेस ही पहुंच गया, तो भाई हमको टेम्परेचर पता कैसे चलता है, बिकॉज ऑफ द यस कन्वेक्शन हो रहा है ना, कंडक्शन मान लीजिए, कन्वेक्शन मान लीजिए. एयर मॉलिक्यूल्स एक दूसरे को हीट प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं और वो वाले मॉलिक्यूल्स हमें टच कर रहे हैं, देन वी हैव द सेंसेशन ऑफ द हीट. बट इफ वी हैव द स्कार्सिटी ऑफ एटम्स और मॉलिक्यूल्स इटसेल्फ लाइक दैट इन द एक्सोस्फीयर, then we can't be able to detect that our skin is burning. Hence normal thermometer don't work here. तो कौन से? Yes, scientific thermometer. तो यही थी पूरी आज की क्लास. We have covered our structure of atmosphere. In the next part we will study the insolation part, incoming solar radiation, insolation. So tab tak ke liye, if your concepts are getting clear, please like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tab tak ke liye goodbye, Jai Hind.